Okay, this is our attempt to finish the video for, or finish the notes for the dilations. And this is for second academic because we were not able to finish. So I wanted to go ahead and make sure that I got this video out to you. So what we talked about was that the scale factor is the number that you use to multiply by all the pre-image points to get their image points. So as you can see here, we wrote times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which is what we're doing to every single one of the coordinates to get the new coordinates. So we did these two in class. So 4 times 3 is 12, 5 times 3 is 15. Negative 1.3 times 3 is negative 3.9. Negative 4.9 times 3 is negative 14.7. And then here we got negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. 0 times 3 is 0. Over here, negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. 8 times 3 is 24. Okay, 0 times 3 is 0. 7 times 3 is 21. Okay, 0 times 3 is 0. Negative 6 times 3 is negative 18. Okay, hopefully I did all that right. No mistakes. Okay. Number 7, dilate by the scale factor of 1/3 means that the scale factor is 1/3 k. K equals 1/3. Now what did we say about the number that is between 0 and 1? It's going to be a reduction. It's going to be 1/3 of the original size. So what I wanted to make sure that you guys did here was that we're going to multiply by 1/3, but we're going to keep the answers as fractions, except for number 9 because it started off as a decimal, so we'll keep it a decimal. So what I'm doing is I'm going to multiply each coordinate by 1/3. But instead of doing it as a decimal, I want to show the work off to the side. So 4 times 1/3 looks like this. But 4 can really be written over 1. And if you guys remember how to multiply fractions, numerator multiplies with numerator, denominator with denominator. So what's 4 times 1? That's 4. What's 1 times 3? 4/3. Or 1 times 3 is 3, so then it becomes 4/3. We don't change them into mixed numbers anymore, so just leave it like that. Okay, now if we do that same with 5, imagine being 5 times 1/3, so 5 over 1 times 1/3. 5 over 1 times 1/3 is just 5 over 3. Okay? So if we do that here, this is going to be negative 2 over 1 times 1/3. It becomes negative 2/3. 8 times 1 over 3 is just going to be 8 over 3. And then this one, we're going to go ahead and do the calculator because it already started off as a decimal. So watch what I do. I go ahead and change 1/3 into a decimal. So how do you take a fraction and convert it to a decimal? You divide. So you have 1 divided by 3 is 0.3 repeating. Hopefully there's not too bad of a reflection. Okay, there's a little reflection here. And then take that and multiply by negative 1.3 right here. So I'm going to do times 1.3 negative. Okay? So that's a negative 0.43. Negative 0.43. All right, now let's do 1 divided by 3 again, which is 0.3 repeating, and multiply that by negative 4.9. Okay, so it becomes negative 1.63. Okay? And we normally don't put the repeating symbol. We just write the rounded version here. So that's how we're writing that. Okay? And then we're back to fractions. So 0 times 1/3, well, that's just 0. And then 7 times 1/3 is 7 over 3. Okay? And these are the reduced, okay, answers of the original points. And last but not least, dilate by scale factor of 0.5. That means k equals 0.5. What is 0.5? Is that greater than 1 or between 0 and 1? It's greater than 1. So, or it's between 0 and 1, which is going to be another reduction. Makes sense. We just want half the size of the original. So if you take times 0.5, remember these are times 0.5, not like an x, times 0.5. Times 0.5, times 0.5, okay. Then what's negative 5 times 0.5? Okay, 5 negative times 0.5 is negative 2.5. Negative 2.5. Now 0 times anything is just 0, okay? And over here, we got 0 times anything is just 0. What's negative 6 times 0.5? So negative 6, okay, you can't see that because there it is, times 0.5 equals negative 3. And now you can paste this into your notebook. Let me double check what page this is. You get to be a little bit ahead of the class now. It's going to be page 26. Page 26, because the other classes have not had a chance to paste it in yet. So if you're doing this at home, then you will be ready, okay? One less thing to have to do during class. Alright, so page 26 is here, and you can go ahead and paste that in. I'm going to tape mine in, save glue however I can, but you should glue yours in, because that way it's not going to flop around like mine is going to do, okay? And you guys use yours way more than I do, okay? Or hopefully you do. So that's page 26. Alright, so hopefully you guys will look back over. Remember, our test is on Wednesday, so this unit actually started on page 18. So everything that we need to know is up to between pages 18 and 25 now. Alright? So please do at least look over the video or look over the notes if you can, and prepare for that test on Wednesday. This is the end of the video.